Drop.
Love, I'll see you later. Love, I'll see you later. I'm busy chasing paper.
Hello, fly girls and fly guys. Welcome to the ButHerFly Boudoir. I am Madame ButHerFly and we are here. We are back with another review of Chasing Dallas, the LGBTQ plus web series on YouTube, and this is season 2, episode 7. A lot happened in this episode. We finally got the big brawl that we've all been waiting for, been dying to see. So if you guys are ready to jump into the drama, get into the reads, let's get into it. You know I'm ready. So if you're ready, let's get into it. All right, so the show opens up with Kane, Ariel, and Trey Howard. They're meeting up at a gym. This is the venue that Kane is using for his lingerie party. So he invites Ariel and Howard to come and check out the venue with them, get their opinions on it, and they're just gonna talk for a little bit. So the room that they're gonna use in the gym is the stripper pole room. Now, I have always wanted to take pole dancing classes. I hear they're so much fun. They're actually a great exercise. So I was with it, like, yeah. So then they go sit down and they talk, and Ariel brings up how she was making an outfit for Trey Womack, and the situation with him and Howard got brought up about Howard saying he looked stuffed, and Womack was saying how he was going on fight when he seen Howard. And Howard like, he gonna slap who? So they get into the situation with Womack and Howard and how it began. Apparently it was about a man, someone that Howard was seeing, and then Womack ended up seeing him too, and Womack saying he didn't even know Howard was involved. So it was just a situation with a man that neither one of them are dealing with anymore. So Kane was just letting them know, both of y'all are gonna be there. I don't want any rah-rah going on at my party. Conversations can be had there, but anything further than that, it's got to go outside, not at my party, not at this event. This ain't my shit. I ain't paying for nothing that y'all break and hurt. So then Howard brings up that he's having his networking brunch, and it's on the same day as Kane's party. So Ariel's like, well, I gotta decide which one I wanna go to. And they're letting her know, no, mine is in the daytime. Kane's event is at night, so you can go to both. But I don't believe I saw Ariel at Howard's brunch. If I recall correctly, I don't remember seeing her there, but anywho, child. So Howard tried to explain how he didn't even know who Womack was. Womack is a friend of Dior's before Howard even came into the picture. He don't even know anything about Womack, and he just heard that he's just someone who's in the club. He doesn't do nothing for the community. But an episode or two ago, Womack said him and Howard tried to talk, or Howard tried to talk to him, and Womack wasn't really feeling it because he didn't have a car and he was very new to the community and he wasn't, really experienced, and so Womack just didn't have time for it. But Howard acting like he don't know him at all. Child, you notice how they be that because they don't know you, don't know what you do. So I don't know. So Howard kind of brought up to Kane, Kane had said something about how Howard shouldn't have been fat shaming Womack or calling him names or whatever, and Howard was like, well, how do you feel about you calling George Georgina? I mean, you calling him a name, that's not his name. I'm like, true. So, Kane was like, well, that's a newer situation, and he came for me, I didn't come for him, and I don't know. I mean, both of y'all don't need to be calling nobody names. I mean, we're all adults, so I mean, it is what it is. Now, I did like Howard's confessional look. He had the brown cowboy hat on and this jacket. with like, it had squares and the squares are different colors. I think like orange and blue and pink. I think it all went well together. But in that confessional, Howard brought up that him and Kane had a one-night stand. Now, I initially was like, oh, oh. Come again, what's the tea on that? Why even bring that up, that you and Kane had a one-night stand? It kind of felt like he was trying to look for clout or trying to get clout, or, you know, if he brought that up, people would be like, ooh, you know, just get people to talk about something. You know, like, I just didn't understand why he brought that up. Because you shouldn't have brought that up, boo-boo. Because Kane done went and said on one of his lives that they did have a little thing, but baby, you know what I'm saying? Well, Matt was probably right, because he said he didn't talk to Howard because Howard was very new into the community and not really experienced. And Kane said, yeah, we did do a little something, but he was giving me Bambi head, like, so he done put your business all the way out there. You done opened up the can talking about y'all had a one-night stand. So Kane was like, oh, you want to put it out there? Well, I'm going to put it all the way out there. Yeah, we did a little something. It was whack. You ain't know how to give me no head. Ah! So you done said, like, Howard, boo-boo, keep it zip. So that was that scene. They're just talking about the party, talking about what's going on between Howard and Womack, and, you know, just all the little drama that's going on, and that's it. Next, we get into Miss Imani Van Zip. Now, you know, she's classy now. She ain't with the ratchetness, so she's Imani Van Zip, and she's here to fix your shit. So we get into Imani, and she's giving her honorable mentions, and Reese G gets an honorable mention on his book, Networking Honey, a 7-step guide for millennials. So she's just giving him his credit for putting out his book and wanting to help the youth and help people trying to get into the business, get into the industry, letting them know how to do it. Now, she also gives Rock an honorable mention because when he was out with Kane and Womack, the words girl and sis and she were being thrown out there, and he did not get offended. He did not say anything like, oh, gayism, I told you about that. So she was just giving him props for realizing it's nothing offensive and they're not talking about you, so just let it ride. So there you go. Now the strongest went to Dior, and that was for him sharing his story about his father and not feeling loved and welcomed, and, you know, just being very vulnerable with us. And we all felt the same way when he shared that story with us. Now, the weakest award also went to Dior. Now, she gave him the weakest award because he was chiming in on the fat shaming that Trey Howard was doing against Womack. So it's like, Dior is coming off as a Sour Patch Kid. Now, we know what the Sour Patch Kids are, right? You've seen the commercials. They're sweet and then they're sour. So, you know, it's like Dior's been coming off as the good guy, and now we've seen a little bad boy come out of Dior. So that's why he got both the strongest, oh my God, and the weakest award. So that was Imani Van Zip's take and letting them know. I feel like this is in the way. Let me do it on this side. That was Imani Van Zip's, that's better, review on how to fix their shit. So next we get to Trey Howard's event. This is his networking brunch. This is an all-white affair. Everyone is to show up in white, and for the most part, everyone did. Now, I did hear people talking in a few reviews that I watched, going at Markel because he had on this seafoam color shirt saying, you didn't follow the rules, it's all white, da 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 da. So apparently you guys weren't really looking at the footage because if you were, you would have seen that he was in white. Now it's come out now. Markel has stated, since everyone has been talking, that he was in white. He was wearing a white shirt, but he spilled something on it, so he had to change. But even so, before he even said all of that, you guys should have been watching carefully because he did come in white. Reese and Markel showed up together. You see them walking down the sidewalk and they're both in white. That's also where we find out that Reese and Markel have made up. Now, apparently they made up sometime previously. That was not filmed. I mean, it was filmed, but they didn't show it to us. They just showed us a little 10-15 second clip of them saying they apologize and them toasting over a glass of wine. A lot of us are kind of like disappointed because we wanted to see that conversation take place. You know what I'm saying? Like, we saw the conversation with Premier and Reese when they were making up, and that really wasn't, you know, as juicy as Markel and Reese. So it's like, I feel like we all would have preferred to have seen Reese and Markel's conversation versus Premier and Reese's conversation, you know? We've been watching the fights between Markel and Reese this whole time, and we just get a 15-second clip of them saying that they have made up. So it was kind of disappointing on that end, but nonetheless, they've made up. Markel was in white. Bam. Now, I did like Kane's outfit. He had on all white. He had on this crossbody purse. It was a silver purse. It was very nice. I liked his hair. It was braided back and then into a ponytail. And I think he had like white wire going down the braid in the back. It was nice. I liked his outfit. Carrie was there. I believe Carrie was singing. They showed him with the microphone, so I don't think he was talking or giving a speech. I think he was singing. I wish we could have heard a little clip of him singing because I love to hear him singing. He got that voice. But Carrie was doing his thing. We heard Reese giving advice. Kane asked a question about what do you have to do to get a celebrity client, something along those lines. And Reese was just saying, don't strive to get a celebrity client. It's good if you do get it, but don't shun, you know, the working women, the 9-to-5 women, because, you know, we could put some coins in your pocket too. So that was some good advice. We heard from Dior. Dior just up and quit his job. He just went for his dreams, his goals. He just said, fuck it, I'm just gonna go out on a limb and just go for my dreams. Sometimes that's what you gotta do. Sometimes you just gotta take that risk and just go. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you don't have children or, you know, things holding you back, you could just get up and go. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes for those of us who got kids and responsibilities is a little bit harder, even if we want to just get up and go to Cali, we can't just do that on a whim. But Dior did it and it worked for him. We heard from Markel and he was talking about how situations he went through with the different men in his life, and that's how he came up with his books. Inconsistent Hoes is the latest one, I believe. So the brunch was very successful. It was a cute little venue. Howard himself did not have on all white, but you know, it's his event. He do what he wants to. But it ended with him giving a speech of how he was thankful for everyone being involved, for everyone coming out. He was thanking everyone on the panel, and then he gave a heartfelt moment to Dior, saying how he would have been able to do this without him. Dior is his gay father. So it was very touching. The event was very nice. It was cute. Big ups to Howard. This is his second event that he has thrown, or that we've at least seen on the show so far. He's 22. He's doing it. He's living his dream. So kudos to Trey Howard. Okay, so now we're getting into the commercials. Now, last week, they tried my baby Premier. They tried him with the Boss is About Business commercial. Now, he was trying to promote them in their sweatshirt, and it didn't really go off too well. So this week they were like, okay, you know what? Premier did it, and Reese, can you do it for us this week? So Reese was the face of Boss is About Business, and of course, Reese knows how to slay these commercials, how to speak and not stutter or stumble, and, you know, just look very relaxed on camera. And so he did it. He did the damn thing, of course. Now, the next commercial after that was for a new clothing company called FEM, which means Freely Expressed Movement. I loved it. Like, I love it. The clothing is very dope. The girl and the guy clothing, like, the colors are very popping. You know, they have rainbow colored outfits, like the letters are femme and they're in rainbow colors, and then they have the letters femme in gold. Like, the outfits are dope. Like, I went to the website, and let me tell you, I'm gonna get the purple hat that says femme in rainbow colors, and then they got this pink crop top that says femme in rainbow colors. Listen, I'm getting that. Y'all gonna see me, y'all hold me to it. You're gonna see me on my Instagram. Make sure y'all go to Madam_ButHerFly. I'm gonna have my femme outfit on, and I'm gonna tag them in it too. But y'all go check them out. They got some dope clothing. I'm even gonna order like some of the male shirts. Like, it was cute. Like, that's a very cute line. And femme, like, that's so dope. I'm a female, and you know, really express movement. Shout out to them. I like that. So now, the moment we've all been waiting for. It is now time for King Kane's lingerie party. Okay, so we see Kane getting there first, and the outfit that he had on was cute. Like, I like this little shoulder piece that he had on with, like, I can't even describe it, but it was cute. And like, he had on, like, he had on some shorts, I think got some combat boots, and maybe like some fishnets. I don't know, he wasn't cute. Like, Kane wasn't cute. And then we see Premier and Markel. Markel had on like this red mesh fishnet type of top and red shorts. Booty was popping. Now, I'm disappointed in Premier because Premier is that baby. We know Premier is sexy. Premier can dress. That fashion is always on point. But I was disappointed in Premier. Like, he had on just like some boxers and a white beater, and then he had like a white robe on top of it. I was like, come on now, baby. Like, I wanted to come showing off all that sexiness. But in the confessional though, woo, in the confessional with him and Markel, Premier, he be looking like beefy, like he be looking bulk and built in them confessionals. Like, his body was on point, like, and that striped shirt he had on, and then the matching, you know, little bandana. I was like, whoa, Premier. So then Womack gets there. Womack is wearing the same thing that Markel had on, except his was black. I was like, oh my goodness, are you serious? Rock gets there. He got on the same thing as Markel, same color and everything, red. He came with a little robe too, but he saw the same thing on. Carrie D, he had the same thing on. His was black. Like, Womack, I was like, well, damn, did y'all shop at the same store? Like, I don't know what's going on. Ariel came up. Now, last week when they were showing scenes for this episode, they had showed her from the back, and I was like, who is that with this green hair? Like, I had no idea, and I think that's because in last week's episode, she wasn't in it, so she just was not in my mind. So when they showed that clip, I didn't even think, oh, that's Ariel. But she came, she had this cute little skirt on, her little thigh-high boots. I was like, oh, okay. She was looking cute. Then Dior and Howard show up. I liked Howard's look. He had this cowboy hat on, and he had like this black leather skirt. It had like slits in it. He had his boots on. He was like cute. Like, I liked his outfit. He had like some type of cross body thing going on. I liked it. I liked it. Dior's was, you know, he had some boxers just like Premier, and he had some boxing gloves around his neck. I just did not think that went with the theme at all. Ironically though, it did go with the theme. But, you know, and then we see Reese G. Now, I like Reese's outfit. Now, people are always giving Reese flack about the fashions that he wears, how his clothing is too tight. And when you wear stuff that's too tight, then your fat bulges, and it just don't look right in the outfit. But when you get clothes that fit you, that are your size, you look great. Reese hit it on this one. The panties are nice. The shirt was fitting. He looked nice. He looked nice. He had the hair back in a ponytail, had a China bang. Chinese bank. He looked nice. I really liked it, like dominatrix style. So it was dope. So everyone is having fun. Everyone's pole dancing, twerking, just having a good time. We see Carrie, you know, squatting on the floor, do his little Now Carrie had a confession though. Carrie was like, look, I can't dance, but when I get a little drink in me, a bitch be feeling like diamond. Carrie don't give a damn what you say. He was feeling like diamond. Hello. So everyone's having a good time. Party's starting to wind down. People are starting to leave. So Ariel and Dior go outside, and Ariel brings up, why, Ariel? Ariel brings up to Dior. Now, she said, he's my friend. I feel like I gotta bring it up. I don't want to keep this from him. She brings up how Womack said he's gonna slap Howard on sight, and just brings up the whole situation. And I'm like, why? Why do it there? And now, if she wanted to tell him the situation, fine. But why at that event? The whole night was going smoothly. Even if Womack said he was gonna smack him on sight, obviously he knew this wasn't the right time or the place, because they've been in that venue all night and ain't nothing happened. Howard ain't done nothing to him. Womack ain't done nothing to him. So it was going peaceful. It was going smoothly. Like, Ariel should have left it alone, because when you bring it up, rehash situation, feelings are gonna come back, emotions are gonna come, and then people are gonna wanna fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure they were drinking. They might not have been drinking there, but you know what I'm saying? Liquor mixed with emotions, it doesn't turn out to be a good thing. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if Ariel wouldn't have brought that up, it wouldn't have happened. I really don't think it wouldn't have happened, because since she brought it up, they went inside and they got Womack to come out. Then they started rehashing it. Howard, well, first Womack was saying something, talking about how him and Dior used to be friends, but whenever Dior is out with Howard, he just changes up. But he didn't say Howard's name. He said this thing or him. And Howard was like, him has a name. And Womack said this thing over there. And that's when it kind of started to, you know, unravel. And Womack started walking up towards Howard. And Howard was like, back up, back up. And that's when it, you know what I'm saying? Womack wanted to go up. He went up to try and get at Howard, but he got pushed back, and so he was ready to fight by then. And so Dior was the first thing in front of him, and he just started pounding on Dior. Unfortunately, Dior was just a casualty of war. You know what I'm saying? Womack wasn't trying to go for him. Womack was trying to go for Howard. He couldn't get to Howard, and so he was already getting on 10, and he just hit Dior. And if you got your people with you, they're not just gonna sit around like you know what I'm saying? I mean, people are saying it was an unfair fight. Trey got jumped. Should have been a one-on-one. If Trey would have hit Trey, maybe it would have been a one-on-one. I don't know. Maybe Dior might have jumped in. Trey, Howard's boyfriend, might have jumped in. But I feel like if it was just Trey and Trey, maybe it would have, you know, been a one-on-one fight. But since he hit Dior, then you know Dior's kid's gonna jump in, his man gonna jump in. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, jumping is unfair, but people are gonna protect their people. You know, it is what it is. You throw the first punch, you gotta be prepared for the consequences. Unless, like I said, the two people who are fighting, if they're fighting, then you know, it can just be them one-on-one. But if you hit a casualty, it is what it is, and it's about to go down, and it did. Now this is where we find out also that Trey Womack wears a unit. He wears a man wig, Bosley, whatever. Now that's not surprising to the fact that, you know, he's wearing a wig, because you know, wigs are the thing right now. Lace fronts, glueless, you know, that's what the girls are wearing. But just to see it on Trey and see it get snatched off, it's like, because we weren't expecting it. We weren't expecting it, because I had to replay it a little bit, and production kind of played it slow motion too. When Trey grabbed it and you see Womac's head go up, you see the strip gone. So you see like a bald head, and then you see on the side, you see the George Jefferson. I was like, oh! I had to play it back because I didn't really notice it at first. But then when you hear Trey Howard talk about, I got your head, ho, look at your head, ho, look at your head, ho, it's nothing. I had to play it back. I was like, oh, Trey got all that. Oh. So that was just, it wasn't shocking to see a man wearing that because I've seen clips of barbers installing that on men. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't shocking in that aspect, but just because nobody knew that Trey wore it, and so it was just a shock. You know what I'm saying? So if you notice, after the fight, you have to really look in the background. Womack is walking off and Reese is walking behind him. Reese doesn't have him in a hold anymore. He's walking behind him. Trey is like grabbing his head. Like, oh my God, my unit is gone. So then once we see Reese holding Womack back, you don't see Reese's wig on anymore. So Reese took off his wig cap, and gave it to Womack to put on his head so he wouldn't feel embarrassed, you know what I'm saying? So that was nice of Reese to do that. I noticed that, I picked that up, and that was very nice because you know what I'm saying, when you get in a fight and they pull the wig off, that's all they gonna be talking about. Pull your wig off. So that was nice of Reese to do. But baby, we see in the scene for next week, Womack gonna get that piece from the car. Now listen, Womack was in the military for 9 years, so I already know Womack knew how to get down. So you know, it's going down in Dallas, like baby. This season is turned up for real though. Like they really made up for last year, because last season was just womp womp, and this season is just turned up on 10. So that was the review for Chasing Dallas Season 2, Episode 7. If you guys enjoyed this review, please hit that thumbs up button. If you'd like to leave me a comment, please feel free to do so down below. And if you are not a fly girl or a fly guy yet, what are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel. You guys can also follow me and add me on Instagram and Snapchat at Madame _ButHerFly. All right, guys, until the next time, please remember, stay focused, stay laughing, stay yourself, stay fly.